Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And today I am taking a look at the latest Flesh and Blood product. It is called Round the Table. It is for their 4-player or more format that they have called Pitfight. At the local game store, everyone loves Pitfight. It is so much fun. It's sort of like Magic the Gathering's Commander, but I think way better. So let's go ahead and jump into the product, right? So the way Pitfight works is, there's multiple players sitting around the table, and you can only attack to your left and right. So you're only defending from your left and right. And other than that, the rules are basically the same, which means you just need a regular deck, and you can play Pitfight, which is pretty awesome. And then they made this product that is specifically for Pitfight. Kind of going to get more people into Pitfight, hopefully. And one of the cool things about this is that they actually partnered up with another YouTuber. A fantastic YouTuber for the Magic the Gathering community. The professor from Tolarian Community College. You can see that they even have a deck based on him, which is so cool. There's the professor in all his glory. And I think this deck, I haven't really looked through deck lists or anything. I haven't even opened the plastic. I believe that deck revolves around the new mech mechanic. Building like a mech in the game to, make yourself better and everything, which is fascinating and really cool. But also, we get this amazing playmat. Let me move the box out of frame for a second. This amazing playmat. It's got everything you need to help learn the game. Where your equipment goes, where your character, weapon, armory is, your deck, pitch pile, graveyard, or discard pile, and banished zone. And then up here is where you play your attacks, your chains of attacks towards other players. And I love the art. The art is just so clean and looks so nice. And it all represents the latest set that's coming out, I believe, next week, which is Bright Lights. I've got a booster box pre-ordered. I'm going to open that on the channel too. So be sure to check out next week, where I'll probably be opening that box. But for now, I wanted to take a look at the decks. So they put 4 decks in here. That way you're ready for 4 players, right? So first we've got the Professor. Then we've got Brevent, which he's a Guardian, and I believe his mechanic is about guarding other players from taking damage to power himself up, which I think is interesting. Here we've got the Bard character, Melody Bard. And I believe she gives inspiration to other people, and when they use that inspiration, she gets bonuses. And then we've got Ira here, who's a ninja, and I've been loving ninjas. Holy cow. Ninjas are so much fun to play. I play Faye, the Draconic Ninja, and I just lay down all my cards to attack every turn, and I'm just, punching everyone. It's so much fun. And being able to, recover Phoenix Flame, and yeah, it is so cool. Love ninjas. I bought a second ninja deck to try to get my wife involved, but I think this might actually be what gets her too. So let's go ahead and jump in. Should we look at the Professor's deck first? I think so. So he actually helped make this product, from my understanding. He did a whole video announcing this and talking about it, and it sounded like he actually helped design the product, which is so awesome. He's so knowledgeable in Magic the Gathering that I sure hope he understands the design of the multiplayer format, because he records playing Commander with his friends a lot, and he's got tons of videos of that, so I'm sure he understands the multiplayer aspect of Commander and how to make a good product for multiplayer. Commander, Pitfight, whatever. And I know he's also done some other Flesh and Blood stuff, so I'm hoping that his understanding of Flesh and Blood is good enough that this product is up to snuff, you know? And I'm sure it is, because he helped with it. It wasn't just his solely created product, he helped create it, right? Oh, there it is. Professor Tekla, Teklavosin. Is that his name? I just know him as the professor. So let's go ahead and take a look at his Blitz deck. Blitz is the smaller format of Flesh and Blood, the 40 card deck format with heroes that only have 20 HP and all that. That's what we generally play. There's some people talking about trying out the 60 card format of Flesh and Blood. I'm not too interested, but you know, if they are, that's okay. So we got the weapon, the Techno Blaster. For 3 resources you can attack, it does 2 damage. That's not great. So you definitely don't want to do that, right? And then for equipment here, oh boy. Because of my microphone, the playmat's not flat, so sorry about that. Hopefully the playmat will be fine. We've got his helmet. Transform this into Evo head. Okay. So it seems like the equipment doesn't really do anything currently. Base chest, base arms, base legs. And then we've got... Okay. So it looks like this is a Evo head. So you have to play this down to transform it or something. If you have a base head equipped, transform it into this. That's pretty nice. So you transform into that. The Evo Energy Matrix here. I should really show these to the camera, right? So here's the helmet that you can upgrade to for your mech. There's the chest piece. We get 2 copies of those. Blitz deck format, a playset is 2 copies. So then we got the Evo arms there. Evo Rapid Fire, which I guess is the legs in there. So then each one of these is upgrade equipment. They each have 2 armor for defending purposes, but you probably won't want to defend with these because they each come with their own ability, and the fact that you have to find them in your deck to pay for them to play them is going to be the tough thing, right? Especially since these all cost 3. But they each give you an additional bonus too. Like, so the helmet means you can target any opposing hero rather than just the left and right, I think, which is super powerful, especially if you go bigger than the 4-player format. This chest piece, your blaster costs 1 less to activate, so then that's 2 cost to attack for 2. And then the arm thing, your blaster is +1 attack for each opposing hero. For each opposing hero. So that, if you're playing 4 players, that's 3 opposing heroes, that's going to be +5 attack. Now that probably gets worse as the game continues because players will get knocked out. But we'll have to check for a ruling for that. It might just be the opposing player is still technically there even though they're knocked out. I don't know. And then the legs give your blaster go again, meaning you can do more things on your turn, which is fantastic. I'm still trying to figure out how to explain the rules in a way that makes sense to me. I still struggle with the whole chain mechanic, but I think I'm grasping it. I think I'm almost there. So once I do fully grasp it, I will be doing a how to play Flesh and Blood video, I think. Apocalypse Automation. Play this only if you have 1 or more Evos equipped. It costs 3, but only gains 1 resource. So that is not a great trade-off, seeing how the Evos require 3 resources to play them. They cost 3 to play. Yeah, that's going to be rough. But let's see. Evo upgrade this attack. This attacks up to X target opposing heroes, where X is the number of Evos you have equipped. Each hero is attacked simultaneously. Heroes defend in clockwork order. Damage is calculated per hero. So it has 6 attack. Does that mean all 6 goes to all the heroes, X heroes, or do I divide up the 6? Again, I'll just have to check the ruling on that. I feel like it would be 6 goes to each hero, because then it's good. If it was you divide up the 6, oh, so I've got 3 Evo equipments out, and so I'm hitting all 3, but you divide that up to it's only 2 each. Like, that's kind of lame, right? So here we go. Liquid Cooled Mayhem costs 4. Holy cow! Evo upgrade. This costs 1 less to play for each Evo you have equipped. That's good. So if you have all 4 equipped, this is a free attack for 6. Now, getting all 4 equipped is going to be difficult, but maybe there's cards in here that'll make it slightly easier, and that would make this a 0 cost for 6 attack, which would just be amazing. Next up, we've got Mechanical Strength. This is actually the image on the Armory event poster. I've got one for the last season over there. You can't see it in this camera, but in my other camera, in my other videos, you'll be able to see it. So it's a very cool image with like this giant like spider-like thing, but with a drill on it, drilling into the ground. Evo upgrade, this gets plus X, where X is the number of Evos you have equipped. So this is kind of an interesting situation where usually in Flesh and Blood you start with your equipment and slowly you're using that equipment, so you're losing that equipment. You're getting weaker and weaker. This is going to kind of be the opposite of that, where you start off at your weakest, and then as you get these Evos out, you're going to be doing more damage. You're going to get better and better, which is going to be interesting. I'm wondering how difficult it's going to be to survive the early game. Wait, his ability is Evos cost 1 less to play for each opposing hero. You may play Evos from your banished zone. Okay, that makes it way easier. So if you're playing against 3 people, these Evos are free, and that makes me assume that as players are knocked out, these Evos are going to be more expensive. So I think that's going to be the trade-off. If you can get these Evos quick, it's going to be cheaper. But if you can't, it's going to get more expensive and harder to set up. So while you're a late game character, you're going to have to try to set up quickly in order to survive. But if you do survive, you're going to have some really good cards. Overloop. Cost 2. Boost. When this hits, put it on the bottom of its owner's deck. Boost. I've played against someone playing with Boost. It has something to do with like discarding the top card of their deck. And if there's something there, the card is boosted and does something extra. I believe, I could be wrong. Here we go. Boost. Reminder text. As an additional cost to play this, you may banish the top card of your deck. If it's a Mechanicalist card, this gets go again. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. This is a Mechanicalist hero, so, obviously you want that. Even the equipment is, like, that is fantastic. So it's giving you go again, which is pretty nice. Underloop, cost 1 for attack. Not bad. When this hits, put it on the bottom of its owner's deck. Nice! That's fantastic. I'm loving this. Cost 0 for attack, boost. That's it. Pretty generic, but not bad. Zipper hit with just a generic boost, but costs 1 for 5. And 3 defense. Look at that. That's not bad. This looks pretty good. Firewall. Okay, so this is a block card. So I guess everyone has a block. When this defends, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an Evo, put it on the top... Wait. If it's an Evo, put it on the top of the deck. Otherwise, put it on the bottom. So that's going to help you cycle through your cards a little bit. And it's 4 defense, which is phenomenal. My deck doesn't have anything that's 4 defense. Technically, there's a couple cards that, if I'm defending a particular type of card, it goes up to 5. But, yeah, that's really good. Throttle. So it costs 2, boost, 5 attack. So these are yellow cards now. If you don't know about the yellow, red, blue resource sort of thing, yellows are worth 2, reds are worth 1, blues are worth 3, and the blues are generally the weakest of the cards, meaning you're more likely to pitch them for their 3 resources, so they're the weakest, so they go to the bottom of the deck, and that means late game you're going to be drawing a lot of blues, so that's going to be your weakest attacks. Not exactly the greatest plan, but generally how I play. Although I don't think my deck has any blues anymore. No, I think it has one. Maybe. I don't know. The yellow firewall, which is only a block 3. You see, the previous one was 4. This one's block 3. This is the yellow firewall, though. So, yeah. So, I think these are just all going to be reprints. There's the blue firewall, only 2 defense, but it gives you those 3 resources. Alright. So, now we have some tokens here at the back. We've got Might. At the start of your turn, destroy this. Your next attack gets +1. Not bad. We got Vigor. At the start of your turn, destroy this, then gain 1 resource. Nice. And then we have Quicken. When you play an attack action card... Oh, we have one more too. Or activate a weapon attack. Destroy this. The attack gets go again. Nice. And then Copper action for 4. Destroy this. Draw a card. Go again. I believe... Is that really all it is? Action, pay 4, destroy this, draw a card, go again? I thought these counted as 1 resource, but I guess I'm wrong. Alright. And that's the character. That looks pretty fantastic to me. The professor's going to be a lot of fun to play as in this, so looking forward to it. I'm probably going to be playing this at the game store tonight, so very excited for that. But let's go ahead and put this away, and then we'll move on to Brevent. All right. So I'm curious. It seemed like only the character card was unique in this. Nothing else really seemed to hint towards his channel or anything. So it seems like the Bright Lights expansion coming out is going to have some cards that are going to help boost that deck to, possibly make a better Blitz deck for a more generic format, not just around the table format, the pit fight format. So, come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. I recaptured the line. Nope, I lost it again. Ah, man. So much plastic in these. That's my biggest complaint about Blitz decks is there's plastic around the box, and then there's plastic around the deck inside. So there's just a lot of plastic, And I'm sure it's like how they have to manufacture things, but it's just kind of annoying. That's my biggest complaint. Yeah, Blitz decks are fantastic. They're generally like $12, I think. At least at my game store, because my game store rocks. And it really helps encourage just buying a Blitz deck, discovering a new class, a new character, see if you like it. I've discovered a lot of decks I don't like, but I've also discovered a few that I do like. And it's just super cheap, $12, and you get a whole new deck to play as, because I've discovered I don't really like Rangers. Rangers have to load their arrow and then they can fire the arrow, and it gets very slow, but arrows are pretty good. But monks are just oh, all these costs 0, so here they all are. I'm doing 3, 4, 2, 4, 3 damage to you. And arrows are just one big arrow, but they usually have side effects that are really tough to deal with. So we've got Brevent, Civic Protector. He's a Guardian. You may have any number of Chivalry in your deck. Interesting. I wonder what that does. Whenever you protect another hero, create a Might token. So we saw Might tokens before. Here they are. At the start of your turn, destroy this. Your next attack gets +1. That's not bad. We got a Hammer here. Costs 3 to attack. It's 3 damage, which isn't great. Here, I didn't put the hero close up to the screen. There's the hero. Oh, and if you have not experienced Flesh and Blood's foiling, go to your local game store. Maybe just ask to see the singles. Check out the foiling. This camera is not doing it justice. The foiling on these cards is ridiculous. Here's the Hammer of Heavenhold. if you have a Shivery in your pitch zone, this gets +1 attack. So I'm really excited to see what Shivery is. So first off, we've got our offhand. So our weapon is a one-hander. Then we have an offhand equipment being our shield. So I'm curious what the rule is on offhand. But it's got the protect keyword. You may defend any hero attacked by an opponent with this. So you can use this to defend other heroes, which is pretty interesting, which means that you get a might token. So if you can do that multiple times, it seems like you'll actually get multiple mites. Let's say you get 3 mites in one turn. At the beginning of your turn, you destroy all of them. Your next attack, it's +3. That's pretty powerful. Temper, when the combat chain closes, if this is defended, put a -1 counter on it. Then if it has 0, destroy it. So you can only do that at most twice, which, ouch. It's taking up your equipment, your second-hand weapon slot, it seems. Maybe I have that wrong. Maybe if I go through the equipment, I'll actually have that correct. But I think I have it correct. And that's pretty bad. But then we get a 2 defense helmet, which is pretty nice. Whenever this defends another hero, whenever this defends another target hero draws a card. Interesting. That's not so great. Giving your opponent, draw cards. Maybe target hero. Maybe you can target the one that's not actively attacking you or whatnot. Like, since you can only attack to the left and right, there's going to be, with 4 players, 1 player that can't target you. So maybe you can target them to draw the card to help them deal with the threats around the table, right? Alright, so then we got Civic Duty, which is a chest thing. Whenever a hero creates a Vigor token under another hero's control, whenever this defends, create a Vigor token under another hero's control. So Vigor is the one that gives them a resource. So again, you gotta target the right character. So you're probably gonna want to be doing this fairly early on to give them as much benefit as you can to help them deal with their threats, so that they're dealing with your threats as well, and that can lead to interesting situations. So yeah, Civic Duty. We got Civic Guide. When this defends, create a might token under another hero's control with Temper. So let's see. Whenever this defends, create a Quicken token under another hero's control. Okay. I guess most equipment is not 2 defense. It's mostly 1 or 0 defense. So these being 2, I guess that is the price you have to pay. This seems less good in a one-on-one play, which is disappointing. But maybe there's cards in here that can take advantage of that, right? So let's go ahead and see. So first, we've got Colossal Bearing with Tower. If this has 13 or more attack, it gets, when this hits, destroy an equipment they control with 1 or less defense. Whoo! Destroying equipment can be huge. Wow. Like I said, you start with your equipment out. So it's kind of like you build your equipment to be good from the beginning. And if you are destroying equipment before they use it, that can be massive. I want to know what Tower does. I haven't seen Tower before. So can I find a card? Oh, and Crush. Okay. I'm really hoping I can find a card that explains it, but it looks like I'm not finding one. I've got a Protect. There's Chivalry. We've got, whoa, that's a lot of Chivalry in one deck. That can really mess you up, because you can draw a full, 4? Yeah, 4 hand size of just Chivalry. That's not great. That'd give you a lot of defense options. If you could target yourself with the Protect to give yourself stuff, with like these things, maybe it could be better. You definitely want to draw cards. I think that's that one. But you can't. So yeah. And I'm sorry about my hands if they're overly shaky or anything for the camera. My hands have just been very shaky recently. So, and I'm recording this the morning of, which I normally pre-record. But, I was so tired last night. My shoulder was killing me so much. But yeah, lay down the law. Love the name. Tower. If this has 13 or more attack, non-equipment cards get -1 while defending this. That's pretty cool. Smack of Reality. Tower. If this has 13 or more attack, it gets, when this hits a hero, destroy all aura tokens they control. Okay, that's interesting. Crash Down. At the start of your turn, destroy this. The next Guardian attack action card you play this turn gets +6. That's ridiculous. It costs 3. You play it out. It sits out, threatens the board quite a bit, and the next turn you can just be like, oh yeah, my attack's getting +6. Then all these tower things are getting these extra effects. Like, that is fantastic. Love how that works. Earthlore Empowerment. I swear I have that card from the Tales of Aria set. I'm a big fan of elemental stuff, kind of why I like, Pokemon so much. And I'm so sad that Blitz elemental characters, they're like too good and they're getting like banned. Sad thing. Maybe they'll come out with more elemental stuff later on. At the start of your turn, destroy this. Then the next Guardian attack action card you play this turn costs 1 less to play and gets +5. I might not actually have that card. That seems way good. I don't know, the only Guardian from the Tales of Aria set was banned so quickly because he was so good. Old him? Jeez. So now we got Crush keyword here. Again, I don't know what this means, but let's go ahead and read the card. When this deals 4 or more damage to a hero, put a card from their hand on top of their deck. I'm wondering if Tower and Crush work together in some way, or it just might mean when this deals 4 or more damage to a hero, because Tower, all of that was if this has 13 or more attack. So I wonder if that's what it means, but it'd be weird to have a keyword then explain the keyword in normal text. Usually it's reminder text, which is like the parentheses. Although I've been told that's incorrect recently with Magic. I was told that's how it worked when I first got into it back in the 2000s. So maybe it's changed here in the 20 years since I played. Choke Slam? Is that what that's? Wow. Okay, so when this deals 4 or more damage to a hero, their attack action cards can't gain attack during their next action phase. Interesting. Putting an effect on the player, super difficult to deal with for a lot of people. A monk probably wouldn't have to worry about that too much. It would shut down my Phoenix Flames, but it would allow me to just... I don't really modify my attacks too often. I'm just throwing more attacks out. So Disable. Crush. When this deals 4 or more damage to a hero, put a card from their arsenal on the bottom of their deck. Ouch. Ouch. Crash Down. We've seen this. This is the yellow version. Okay. Earthlore Empowerment, the yellow version. Boulder Drop, the blue version. Chokeslam, the blue version. Cranial Crush. I don't think we've seen this. When this deals 4 or more damage to a hero, they can't draw cards during their next action phase. Wow. Disable Blue, we've seen that. And then All That Chivalry that we saw earlier. Look at that. Jeez. This looks fun to play for the Pitfight format. I don't know if it's going to be as much fun to play in the regular format like I thought the Professor looked. I thought the Professor looked fun to play regardless of what format you're playing. This really seems built for the Pitfight format, which is fine. Maybe this will just encourage people like myself to build a specific deck for Pitfight, because I've just been running my Fey deck in the regular game and in Pitfight. So this might be interesting. It might start that thing of like Magic players. They've got like their regular deck and they've got their commander decks, although there's players that just play commander. So there's going to be a lot of comparisons to Magic. There's a Doctor Who set that's coming out. My wife is extremely interested. We love Doctor Who in this household. And so she's thinking about getting a commander deck. Plus there's just some cool people at the games shop that they mostly play commander. commander, so we only get to interact with them on commander nights. But there's also people that play all these games with me that also play commander. And so they're awesome, and we also want to play with them on commander nights as well. So we're thinking about getting into it. There's a Lord of the Rings draft tonight. If we do it, we're not 100% sure if we will. My wife also loves Lord of the Rings, but she hasn't played Magic the Gathering, so I need to finish my homework, get some videos pre-recorded, and teach her Magic all before the draft tonight. We'll see if we can actually pull this off. So this is Melody, the Bard, which, I think might interest my wife a bit. Either this or the Ninja. She got the Benji deck, and Benji is ridiculous. Basically, if his attacks are small enough, you can't defend against them. Which means that they can lay down a lot of damage really quick. And it's just ridiculous. They do have 17 hit points rather than the normal 20, which is interesting. But yeah, if the attack is too small, you don't get to defend it. And if they play enough of those, she did like 8 damage to me in a single turn that I couldn't defend. It was ridiculous. All right, so Melody, sing along. Whenever you play a song, create a copper token equal to the number of other heroes in the game. Okay, so that's where, yeah. We've talked about that. So song cards are going to be kind of her main mechanic. She's got this violin, which is so cool. For 3 target opposing hero chooses and creates a might, quicken, or vigor token, you create a copper token. So it's like, here, you get something, I get something. You get something, I get something. Action, 0 attack. When this hits, destroy it. Ouch! Only 2. So you probably just don't want to do that for the most part. Non-plume, head action, destroy this. Each hero draws a card, go again. So you get to draw a card, but everyone else does as well. So kind of a group activity. Heartthrob, action, destroy this. Each hero creates a vigor token. Alright, I think I see what's going to happen. Each hero creates a might token. Each hero creates a quicken token. So one thing's for sure, you're going to have to bring tokens. Like I said, I've been playing just my regular deck, and there's no tokens in that deck. So, I don't bring any. So this, giving out tokens, either the person playing this has to bring enough tokens for everyone, or other people just have to remember to bring tokens. I think this is going to start like a community pool at, I just realized you can't see the legs as I put them in the equipment slot that's right below where the camera is. I'm sorry about that. You have only seen brief glimpses of the legs before, but I'll bring out Melody's legs for those that are interested. Weirdos. Alright, so yeah, maybe there'll just be a community pool of tokens for Pit Fight. My mouth is so dry. Oh, there's water, thank goodness. I was like, I forgot to bring out water. Oh, my medicine dries out my mouth so badly. Ugh. I think my wife also gave me a spray that might be out here still. I don't know. I'll have to take a look after the video. We've got 2 more decks to go through. Come on, stick with me. This is, how long? We're already in 30 minutes. Come on. Final act. Bard action attack. Not looking like a song yet. When this attacks, it gets plus X, where X is twice the number of cards in all pitch zones. Wait. At the end of the turn, you put your pitch on the bottom, don't you? So this would just be like you get more if they've pitched to defend? I'm not sure if I love this. Maybe I have the pitch rules wrong. I'll have to double check that, honestly. Coax a commotion. Cost 0. When this hits, it's 4 attack. Choose any number. Each hero creates a quicken token. Each hero draws a card. Each hero gains 1. That's interesting. That's so interesting. I think this deck is just going to be the most interesting. For sure. Life of the Party. Cost 2. You may discard or destroy a card you control named Crazy Brew. Rather than pay Party of Life's Cost. Okay, so there's going to be another card in here called Crazy Brew, and you can discard or destroy it if it's in play. So it'll be interesting to see what it does if it's in play. But then that would make this cost 0. Right? Yeah. If you do, choose all modes. Otherwise, choose one at random. At random? How do you choose one at random? What, roll a d6, 1, 2 is the top, 3, 4 is the next, 5, 6 is the next sort of thing? Like, maybe. Maybe. Alright, I'm interested to see the Crazy Brew, you know? Interlude. Let's see, it's an instant. Choose a hero. The next time they would be dealt damage this turn, prevent 3 of that damage. If you prevent damage to another hero this way, create a copper token. So, you know, maybe there's a way to use those copper tokens. Sigil of Solace here is cost 0, but gain 3 life. Okay, generic instant. That means generic can go into any deck, so I don't know, there might be a decent, like, heal deck. I feel like my camera's shaking a lot, and I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been very shaky recently. Crowd control. When this defends, you may pay 3. If you do, it gets +1 for each opposing hero. So pay 3 to gain 3, but it gets worse as the game goes on. So, yeah. It's weird, going from a deck that seems to get better as time goes on, this deck and even the Brevin deck seem to get worse over time, as I generally expect from Flesh and Blood. So it's going to be an interesting archetype to see how starting off bad and getting better is going to compare to starting off good getting worse, right? So Encore, and we're in yellows now, so Crazy Brew, I guess, doesn't have a red, maybe? Return a Bard attack action card from your graveyard to your hand. Go again. Okay. Cost 1. I don't like the cost 1. That's my biggest issue with this. It lets you regain a card, which is pretty nice. But yeah. I also haven't seen anything that seems like a song. So I guess I'm confused. Maybe we'll see a song later on. So we got Interlude again, Crowd Control again, Song of Jack Be Quick. Okay, so maybe that's what it means. Did I miss a name before that had song? Encore. I feel like Encore should be like, act as if this is a song card or something like that, you know? Like, that would have been interesting. Life of the Party doesn't say song. None of those say song. So, Song of Jack Be Quick. Let's see. It says song down here. Okay. Let's go back through these. So, does that mean that's not an action? No, Bard action song. Got it. Bard action, Bard block, generic, attack action, attack action, attack action, and attack action. Or action attack. I don't know. So this is a song. Create a Quicken token under each other hero's control. Interesting. Here's another song. Song of Sweet Nectar. Each other hero gains 1. So I feel like this is similar to the Brevin, how you're like going to target a particular hero to try to get them to target others. This seems more like everyone gets bonuses. Aren't I the nice player? Please don't hurt me. I'm giving everyone bonuses. And eventually people like just forget because they're getting bonuses to attack them, and the melody will just be like, okay, and here are my attack actions, you know? So that would be interesting to see how that plays. Song of the Rosen Matador. Create a Vigor token under each person's thing. Let's see. Create a Might token under each person's thing. Each other player draws a card. Each other player, or each other hero draws a card. Does that mean other than yourself? That's too bad. I would love to play, like, pay 1 to draw one, like, or pay 0 to draw one. Like, you just play down the card and you draw a card. I mean, the downside would be the other players get to draw a card, but in a one-on-one format, it's like, okay, I'll draw an extra card because I need to. You draw a card too, though, because, you know, that's what I'm paying, sort of thing. So, I don't know. Seems weird. Each other hero puts an attack action card from their graveyard on the bottom of their deck. Again, it's that each other hero, so you don't get to do that? What's the point? Maybe I'm wrong. What's this? Whenever you play a song, so your bonus is you create copper tokens equal to the number of other players. So you get copper tokens, right? Copper tokens are these pay for, destroy this, draw a card. I think they can also count as resources, but it's not on the card, so I don't know that for sure, right? So that's confusing. Interlude, we've seen. Crowd control, we've seen. Crazy Brew, here we go. Finally, we get Crazy Brew here. It's a action item card. So it stays out until you use it. For an action, destroy this, roll a d6 on these results. You lose 2, go again, gain 2, go again, gain 2 resources, gain 2 action points, and your next attack this turn gets +2. What? But no, go again. Wait, but no, go again. But no, go again. So then you'll have to... Wait, so you'll have to have a Quicken token before you try this, because if you get 5 or 6, you get a 1 in 3 chance of getting 2 resources, gaining 2 action points, and your next attack this turn gains +2. Does gaining 2 action points negate the need of go again? Because I don't think so, but it might. I don't know. Like I said, I'm fairly new to the game, and we're just kind of discovering mechanics as we play. We have a judge, but even then, he's got to do some Googling to find out the correct things and everything. But yeah, so that is one crazy brew, that's for sure. Holy cow. Energy Potion, instant, destroy this, gain 2. So you can play this, and then instant, just destroy it, and you gain 2 resources. This, but gain 2 health. It's an action instead of an instant, but it has go again, so that helps. Action, destroy this. Next attack this turn gets +2. Okay. These items seem really cool and interesting, but I would prefer them as tokens. I can cheat out in some fashion. Like, if I could be giving other people potions and myself potions, that could be interesting. Yeah, here, action. Destroy this, gain 2 action points. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to double check the ruling on that. But, yeah, seems fun. Seems like an interesting way to play. Giving other people stuff. Maybe it's like playing into the politics a bit. But I wish it was a little bit more viable in the one-on-one format. So maybe this is a pit fight exclusive character. Which, I mean, yeah, sure, protecting other people, probably going to be a pit fight exclusive feature. This one did not seem pit fight exclusive. That's the only issue so far. So let's check out this ninja, Ira. I'm fully expecting this to not be pit fight exclusive either. I'm thinking this is going to be like more of your regular pit fight character, but I don't know. We'll have to open up and find out. But yeah, so far I am interested in trying out these two in pit fight. See how they play. See if that changes my mind on them. Because we've been playing pit fight in such a limited view, maybe this product is exactly what we need to really encourage us to build differently, you know? Rather than just taking my standard blitz deck into pit fight. Crouching Tiger tokens, okay. And here we go. Here's Ira, Crimson Haze. Your second attack each turn gains +1. Okay. +1 attack. That's fine. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? I can't... Is it over here? I can't find the thing that makes it easier to rip open. Like, I see the line, but I don't see the flap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we going to have a tough time opening these? They're really tough to open without that. Oh, I feel like I feel it, but it didn't, like, go all the way through this tiny amount of plastic, maybe? Oh, no, that's just a crease. Dang. Okay, maybe it'll be easier back here. There's another bigger crease here, but it doesn't have that flappy thing. Come on. Where are my scissors? I don't know where my scissors are. There we go. Breaking the plastic. All right. So we got Ira, Crimson Haze. Your second attack It's not coming up very well on the camera. Sorry. Your second attack each turn gains +1 attack. Alright, two-handed weapon, costs 1, it does 1, and it's go again. Okay, that's fine. Mask of 3 tails? Instant, destroy this, draw a card, activate this ability only if you've hit 3 or more times this combat chain. So like I was saying, ninjas, they hit a lot. They may not hit 4 a lot, but they hit a lot. Blood Scent. It's the chest equipment. Instant, destroy this, gain 1, activate this ability only if you've attacked with a Crouching Tiger this turn. Crouching Tiger is this token back here. 0 attack. Why are you attacking with this? That seems odd. But, okay. Battle worn, so gets destroyed if it, or it gets -1 counter on it. So it doesn't get destroyed. That's important, because that means you can defend with this for that 1 defense. Sure, it gets a -1 defense counter on it, but it doesn't get destroyed. So you still have the effect of the equipment to use. That's actually super important, and not a lot of equipment does that, from my understanding. At least what I play. Instant, destroy this, the next Crouching Tiger you play this turn gets +2 attack, so that's cool, but a once per game effect, so like, ouch. Instant, destroy this, create a Crouching Tiger in your banish zone, you may play it this turn. Okay? Here, so that it's on camera. So you can see her legs. Okay, so, wait, this is just a token, right? Because it doesn't have the same back, this is just a token, right? And back here with tokens, and you got Might, Quicken, Copper, and Crouching Tiger. So why is there one here in the front? I'm going to put it there. I don't think it goes in the deck because it's a different backing. Weird. Mauling Key. Combo. When this hits, if Crouching Tiger was the last attack this combat chain, deal 1 damage to each opposing hero. Okay. So Crouching Tiger seems like it's going to set up other cards. I love the combo mechanic. Benji plays with it too, and it's just interesting because it's like, okay, so I want these cards together, but then there's cards that can cheat the name to make the combo still work with other cards. It's a lot of fun to play around with, so you can like pick and choose which combo you're going to do. Alright. Key Unbound. Combo. If Crouching Tiger was the last attack this combat chain, this gets +4. That's pretty good. Alright. Pouncing Key. I'm saying Key. Oh, my throat is so dry. But, you know, I'm trying to make it sound more like a Q than a K. But maybe I'm just mispronouncing the whole thing. And if you're still here, thank you. If you are still here, I super appreciate you. Just know that. Alright, so combo. If Crouching Tiger was the last attack this combat chain, this gets +1 and go again. Alright. Growl. Okay. 0. When this attacks the next Crouching Tiger, you play this combat chain, gets +1. There we go. That's what I'm wanting. Something that powers up Crouching Tiger in this. When this hits, create a Crouching Tiger in your banish zone. You may play it this turn. Go again. Nice. Bittering Thorns. When this hits, your next attack this turn gets +1. Go again. All right. Leg Tap. It just is go again, which is fairly good. It costs 1, which in my Fate deck would be like disappointing. So Flying Kick. It costs 2, 5. When this is played as Chain Link 3 or higher, this gets +2. So as I was saying earlier, chains, still something I'm kind of figuring out. Once I do, I'll do a video. But it seems like I've overcomplicated it in my head, and that's why I'm struggling so much. So Blessing of Key. At the start of your turn, destroy this, then create a Crouching Tiger in your banish zone. It gets +3 and may and you may play it this turn. Okay. Okay. Bittering Thorns. Did we already see this? Oh, my shoulders are killing me right now. Sorry. I'm trying to keep this up. When this hits your next attack, this turn gets +1. Go again. Okay. Flex Claws. We saw this, right? Growl. We saw that. Awesome. Leg Tap. Saw that. Salt the Wound. Ooh, this is a card that I actually play in my deck. This gets +1 for each attack that has hit this combat chain. And since ninjas like to attack a lot, you can add that up pretty fast. Predatory Strike. Create 2 Crouching Tigers in your banished zone. You may play them this turn. So this deck definitely feels like you could take this into a one-on-one match. It's not just for the 4-player like these other two seem to be. So that's good. Ambush. While this is in your arsenal, you may defend with it. Okay. I've been playing defense reactions from my arsenal. Should I not be? I don't know. When this defends, create a Crouching Tiger in your banished zone. You may play it during your next turn. Okay. Okay. Flying Kick, we've seen that. Just blue. Blue, blue, blue. Okay. Yeah, this deck definitely seems interesting. Seems like it's got some fun stuff going on for ninjas. But as in just looking at the pit fight mechanics, really doesn't seem to do much of anything unique, I guess, compared to Melody and Preverin. But that is the box. Super excited to be playing this. Gonna be playing it at the local game store tonight, hopefully, or we'll be doing the Lord of the Rings draft. Really depends on what the crowd is doing. If there is a group playing this, then we will probably join them. If not, we'll probably join the Lord of the Rings draft, or we might just take the evening off, sit at home, and just, you know, watch some Doctor Who or something. With the 60th coming out, where's the box? The 60th coming out, we are super, oh, I put it on the floor. We are super excited for Doctor Who. It's been, like, we love Doctor Who. The 13th Doctor, I think it's a bad rap. I think they were doing some pretty interesting things with that, but at the same time, like, I will admit, even some of my hype was like, oh, new episodes, cool. Like, yeah, we're going to watch them. Where the 60th coming out, and the new Doctor, and Russell T Davies coming back. Sorry, the end of this is not talking about Flesh and Blood at all. But yeah, love it. So, this box is fantastic. It's definitely a great way to teach, I think, pit fight. Not probably teaching the base game, but teaching pit fight. And it's going to be fun to see how these new characters, Brevet and Melody especially, really change the game. I think I'm going to see some people try to build or try to play this in just solo Blitz before Bright Lights releases. But that's like next week. So be sure to check out the booster box opening I'll be doing next week. I can't wait for the set. I think it's going to be very exciting, and I hope you guys do too. But this is the pit fight box, the round the table box. That's disappointing. It won't just stay in. Oh well, the one bad thing about this box. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future Flesh and Blood content. That content may not be coming regularly, but it is certainly coming. I'm in love with the game. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing it more than Magic. I still need to play One Piece. And, yeah, all that stuff. So, be sure to join the Discord as well. We'll be talking a lot more about Flesh and Blood, I'm sure. And there's a great community there full of people interested in building jank decks. So, of course, with that note, until next time, keep playing jank.